What's up, everyone? I hope that you guys are having a fantastic time. Once again, my name is Gurpreet Singh. I'm coming to you with Africa Healing Foundation. This is our first session where we're doing, a completely brand new kind of style podcast where everybody can be interacting. And so I'm super excited to go and have all of you guys out here and be able to go ahead and fulfill in that kind of sense. We're just going to be talking about the light in the journey, essentially. Right now, we're going to be talking about how we can consistently be the light for you, how we can consistently inspire the light within you, how we can consistently show up and be the greatest version of ourselves, guys. That's the goal of this entire thing, is to continuously grow, to be honest, to be transparent, and continuously get better every single day. Right. So we're going to be doing this every single Thursday. It's going to be at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So I want you guys to join in whenever you guys can so that we can go and continue to make this community grow, so that we can go and continue to grow together. Today, guys, I'm just going to be talking about a bit of a personal journey. When it comes down to it, I have had quite the interesting last week. Okay, so my car got towed, and then all of a sudden, I had to go and figure out how to get everything back. It was a pretty random situation that happened. The reason that I'm bringing that up is because adversity is what actually makes us grow. When we live in comfort, we are never going to go ahead and be growing, right? If people want to crave comfort, and let me ask you this rhetorical question. If I was to give you $10 million right now, what would you do with it? And that answer is going to actually determine how you go and relate to things. Because most people, if they were to be given that $10 million, they would be like, okay, cool. Let's buy a home. Let's figure out some comfort. Let's figure out what we can do to go ahead and stay comfortable in this kind of situation. It's the uncomfortability that actually provides a growth, right? It's the person that goes out and randomly decides to create an innovative business that provides the growth. It's the person that decides to go all the way out and park. It was my mistake. It was my mistake. I parked right on the ocean, but I wanted to go and experience the ocean. It's that person that's like, you know what, dude, let's just go for it. Let's try to see what happens. That's where growth happens. It's the person that goes to a gym and lifts that heavy weight, and that's where the muscle expands, right? Because it's an uncomfortability where growth happens. And that's what I want to go and get you guys focus on, is that what are you doing that is keeping you comfortable, that is preventing you from growing? What is something that you're consistently staying that's your comfort zone that you have not decided to grow out of? Maybe it's identity that you have. Maybe it's something that you have in terms of, hey, you know what? I'm only a cricket player, so I don't need to be a financial guru, right? Maybe it's an identity that you have that's saying that I am only a restaurateur, so therefore I cannot become an agriculture director. So what's the identity that's really holding you back, guys? I want you guys to focus on that. And what kind of uncomfortable action can you take right now that might seem small at the point, but might compound into like a huge amount of interest later on? Maybe it's a gym workout that you skip every single day. Maybe it's just not drinking the right amount of water. What is it, something that you find to be comfortable, right? Some people find a lot of comfort in drinking a soda with every single hamburger. Think about that. Is that providing you growth over a long period of time? What is something uncomfortable that you could do right now? Maybe it's giving up sugar. A lot of people are addicted to sugar, guys, right? So think about that. I want you guys to put that into comments down below so that we can go ahead and take some uncomfortable actions together every single week. That's the point of this entire podcast, is to get uncomfortable and be comfortable with the uncomfortable, right? Because eventually, like for example, when I started running, right, I was actually one of the fattest kids in school back in like fifth grade, right? But I started to change my identity, saying that I'm going to become the greatest cricket player of all time. I just kept telling myself that, and I kept telling other people that. People used to call me words that I would not like to go and repeat on the podcast, and I was bullied quite a bit in school, to be honest. But look at me now, skinny, ready, fit. It's because I changed my identity, guys. I took the uncomfortable. I couldn't finish a mile. I could not finish a mile back in the day, back when I was in fifth grade. People used to make fun of me. People used to come up with diagnosis like, hey, you know what? Maybe you just have what's that breathing disease. You have asthma. You need an inhaler. it wasn't the asthma. It was just because the identity that I had. My identity back in the day, because of the way that I was raised, it was with eating McDonald's, having hamburgers, having chicken nuggets, having a Coke with every single meal. That moment that I changed that identity, I took the uncomfortable action and I started running. I ran to a point where I blacked out. It was incredibly uncomfortable. But the point is that once we go ahead and we go past that comfort zone, that's where all the results lie. And I still hold the best 5 wicket haul of all time, 5 for 7 for the United States and for the world. So it's about going ahead and making that uncomfortable shift. It's like when it came down to Africa Healing Foundation, you know, I had never met these people before. Everybody in the United States told me, have you heard about the Nigerian pin scram? What if they just take your money? What if they're not going to go and make a difference? And I was like, what if this is the most amazing thing that we can do? What if this is the purpose that we were supposed to serve? It takes uncomfortability to get to that kind of level of success, guys. So that's the entire thing with the purpose of talk today is how can we get uncomfortable? And I want you to put that into the comments below. What is one uncomfortable action that you're going to be taking today that you would not have done in the past that is going to totally transform your identity? What is something that you're going to do as an identity shift today that is going to go and propel you to get to the future that you want? Because your decisions shape your destiny, guys. And remember, we can get through this together because together we are limitless. Peace.